Hello everyone, welcome back to Ed's Metalworks. It's not always about metal around here. Anyway, I got another little project going. Thought I'd throw out another video. I'm going to try to do these once a week. So anyway, last video I had mentioned a garden art project that I'd made that I was refreshing with new paint and that. We'll go outside and I'll show you that, how that came out, just because I said I would. Go out through the office here. Bright sunny out here today, partly sunny anyway. But anyway, there's the garden art project all painted up. It's going to my daughter's house, so I'm just letting it sit out here for a while. But just used, it's all Rust-Oleum paint. The white star and the sun and the moons are all painted by hand with a brush. So the rest of it was sprayed with that hammer paint like I'd mentioned. But anyway, that's that. I said I'd show you guys that when it finished up. So back to the project at hand today. It's spring's coming. We're gonna be in the nice weather here at the end of the week again. Anyway, what we got going now is I'll show you here. We're gonna make some knobs for my tool holders for my lathe. As you can see, I had them marked with yellow paint, and I made these knobs. And I just spray painted them yellow. These two that aren't painted, they're kind of a universal. The reason I do that is because the center height on this lathe, my old Powercraft, is different from my Rockwell. So you can see I got red on these. But we're gonna make a few more of these knobs for this lathe, or for these two holders for this lathe. And we'll just do the same thing. We'll spray paint them red. But here's what I'm using. It's just some nylon I had laying around. I don't know if you can catch that or not. It's a 1 inch diameter nylon. So anyway, that's what I'm making these out of. Trying to get the best use I can out of that. I need 7 more knobs, so we'll get set up here and I'll show you my method for making those. It's not too difficult, but here we go. Okay, what we did here is we just took a parting tool and kind of put a, I don't know, a radius or a profile on it, and that's what I shaped the top of the knob with. This part up here, give it a little bit of a knob look, I guess. But that's all I did is took a parting tool. It's one that don't fit any of my holders, but we'll go ahead and shape up a couple of them. And the threads on these things are they're a 10 millimeter. Part of that's wore off, but they're 10 millimeter by 1.0. I got the tap at the local hardware store. It's a Hansen tap, I think, but I had everything but a 1.0. It seems like that must be kind of a oddball thread for metric, because even my chart don't list it for drill size. But I did go to the next closest one, and we're using a 8.5 millimeter drill to drill them out. We go a 1/2 inch deep and thread them. That seems to be the ticket for these. But we just we cut them and flip them around, and we just put a little, if I can find the right one, a little chamfer on them, with this bit here. So anyway, I'll get you set up and we'll whip a couple out here. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put the top radius on this thing. Hope I got a good spot for you up there. Oh. We gotta put the belt on first. What I do is just run this edge in here till it just about touches. When I feed it in, start cutting that radius. Alright, that cuts the top of my knob, a little radius on it. And then we'll part it off. I try to make them about an inch long. It's nothing too critical here, so. Alright, that's the first step in the process. We'll go ahead and do that again. We'll move this piece we got in here out. Hopefully I got enough to get another one. I can grip enough to get another one, put it that way. Set our radius tool back in there. By the way, these are, I think, AXA tool holders. Smallest ones. So just bring it in so that the root of that just barely touches. I back it out a little bit and then we just feed in. Out of the way so I can see what I'm doing. I say it's nothing real critical as far as the shape don't have to be exact. They're all close enough. Part this piece off. Hopefully I can get enough room in there. I might have to move that out a little bit. Yeah, we're going to. Let's just maybe flip that around. I don't know if I can. Yeah, we'll just flip it around. Get us approximate here. Like I said, it's No real big deal that they're all exactly the same. About an inch long. All right. I gotta clean my belt up there a little bit or tighten it up. That little chamfer on there. Go ahead and drill it. See, we go a 1/2 inch deep. Tab. Sorry for all the shaking on there, probably. Should have mounted the camera somewhere else, maybe. Get our tap in there. Just get it started. Finish it out this way. Like I said, nothing precision here. Whoop. Don't want to do that. There we go. So anything bad about that nylon, it's pretty soft stuff, really. All right. So that's a completed knob there. Get one of the other tool holders and can't really hang on to it. It's got that oil on it. And anyway, there we go. And like I said, they'll have to be painted, but that's the general idea behind it. Maybe we'll go ahead and finish one more off. This one I already had radiused. Like I said, the 8.5 millimeter drill bit. Half inch deep. These are 1 inch total long, so. And 10 millimeter by 1.0 thread. Just get started and shut the machine off. Alrighty, there's another one finished up. And like I said, I'll paint these all red when I'm done. But it's a little better to pick it off there with the, rather than grabbing that screw all the time. But simple little knob. I couldn't find any. Oh, let me get you down off here. I couldn't find any knobs, you know, just regular manufactured knobs that were the size I wanted, the thread size especially. But these seem to be, will do the trick for me. Hope you got a little something out of this video. Like I said, I'll just paint them other ones red for the Rockwell lathe, and yellow will be for the old Powercraft. So anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of it. Give me a thumbs up if you will, and share it, and hit the subscribe button. That's what they all say. This is Ed's Metalworks signing out. Have a good one.